Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss KM. I'll be all doing fine and great because I am. So in my previous video, what we did what? Trigonometric functions and the exercises. Now we're going to do this other exercise. It might look hard at first, but trust me, it's super duper easy and I'm going to show you how. So now this is your hypotenuse, which is opposite your right angle. Now it says here, find the length of ML, which is where's your ML? This over here, okay? This is your ML. Now between these three, okay? Between these three trigonometric functions or ratios, which one are we going to use? Are you going to use sin? Are you going to use cos? Or are you going to use tan? Let's find that out. Find the length of ML. What do you want? Always start with what you want and with what you have. First of all, always start with what you want. And then with what you have. Before anything, even think of it as real life. When you want something, when you want to buy something, for example, you need to think about what you have, all right? If you want something, you need to think about what you have. If you want to, for example, you want to buy sweets, right? But you need to think about how much money you have for you to afford it, for you to buy it. Now it's a similar ratio, similar scenario to this. So 35. Think of this as like this triangle over here. Remember theta, all right? This is the opposite. Think of this as x, right? This is opposite. This is adjacent next to, and this is our hypotenuse, which remains the same, all right? Now, if this is opposite, and if opposite of x is this side over here, and adjacent of x is this side over here, and this one is always our hypotenuse. So, similar to this one, think of this as x. What is opposite of 35? This one, right? Because remember, they say find the length of ML, and this is your ML. Always remember this, guys. Start with what you want, then with what you have. What do you want? ML. What do you have? MN. So which ratio are we going to use? Opposite over adjacent. Yes, correct. It's opposite over adjacent. Start with what you want. You want ML because that's what you're trying to find. And with what you have MN, which is 11.2 meters. Okay, we already given our unit, which is meters. Now, what are we going to use? Opposite over adjacent is what? Tan. So tan 35 degrees, because that's what we are given, right? Equals to opposite first, which is what we want, ML, over what do we have? 11.2. Now, something like this, when you get something like this, what you do is that you take the bottom number, you shift it over here. Always, always, always. All right? You shift it over here. Then that means you multiply, because opposite of divide is what? Multiplication. There we go. We do this. Is equal to ML. We punch that into our calculator. And what are we given? Because we're going to now round it off, 7.84. I'm rounding it off to 2 decimal places. Meters is equal to ML. Now I'm sure you're thinking, Miss KM, what if this is over that? Let me show you. If you're thinking, okay, the scenario where 11.2 over ML. What you do normally, this is a quick way, okay? Quick. What you do now is that you take this, you swap these two. You swap them, you do this, okay? Is equal to 11 point over 1035. That's what you do. If you're trying to find, for example, ML, let's say ML is at the denominator, right? What you do is that you swap the two, and this becomes your subject over here, and your 1035 is your denominator, and then you solve it. I just left it there because I'm not going to calculate it. Okay, that's what basically